You guys, please remember, with this question, in our papers it's question 1 always. They can ask anything about the income statement, balance sheet and notes. Now the income statement at this stage is something that should come natural to you because we've been doing it grade 10 and 11 and most of the times we asked you the income statement. So in grade 12, they will most likely rather ask you the balance sheet phase and the notes. But we can't go on that because they can also ask you the income statement. But what they will do most probably is they will ask you like this. Or if you go look at last year's paper, what they did with last year's paper is they asked the income statement, but they filled in maybe 70% of it. And only the few calculations of adjustments was left over for you to do. Okay, so the first thing you need to get is the balance sheet. You have to go study your balance sheet. So let's go on with this. So we are now with rent income, and if I look at my rent income, I just want to see where's the stuff that's wrong. There. A tenant paid rent of 334. So what this means is that 334 was added to the income to get me my net profit in the end. Okay? But there's 1 month in advance. So in other words, they didn't subtract that 1 month in advance. Now, if I subtract the income, it means my net profit will also minus. Okay? So now let's go calculate. If I draw my financial year, it ends 28 February, and they paid what? They paid rent till 31st March. So they paid for 13 months. The rent increased on the 1st of Jan, meaning 3 months, January, February and March, was paid 3,000 extra. So that gives me 9,000. Okay? So now if I take that 334 and I subtract the 9,000, I will get how much would I have gotten if there weren't an increase. Okay? So that gives me 325. And the 325 I divide by 13, and then I get the rent before the increase. And how much is that? 25,000. And that 25,000, I know for March the guy paid me 3,000 extra, and that's how I get to 28. And with these things, the brackets is super important, and they will mark the amount with the sign. So if your sign is wrong and your amount is right, you won't get any marks. So we did the depreciation and we did the profit. And now, is this the end of the period? Okay.